Hi everyone, this is Doreen again. This is my second video, and thank you for all the love from my first video. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. I need those three things. If you guys can do that, please, 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 so I can build it up. The whole purpose of this channel is just to help others that are actually wanting to leave the organization, people that have already left that haven't coped with, the whole shunning and dealing with all that. There's been many stories. Unfortunately, a lot of suicides from when people leave the organization, and then the whole shunning starts, and it's like people couldn't take it, and unfortunately they lost their lives to it. Thank goodness that didn't happen to me. I'm just so blessed that I was able to find my God and Savior and just learn that there is a God out there that just loves you and cares about you. And but yeah, the whole purpose of this channel is just to help others. I just maybe educate people too, because a lot of people don't understand the whole religion when you're in it. When you leave, what they do, it's really sad. There's really a disconnect, a big disconnect, because what they do is they teach you, if you're in it, they teach you that you're supposed to shun the people that are disfellowship, that are basically kicked out of the religion. So it's difficult. It's difficult to deal with that. And you got to remember there's sometimes 2-3 generations of family members that are still in it. And that's all they know. That's all they know of those friends and family. And that's all they've ever known since they were little. They were born into it. So, yeah, so I'm just here just to help anybody. And, that's just the top layer that I'm just starting to, peel back, because, there's just so much. There's other stuff like the child abuse cases that are going on, and a lot of it's, if you research, it's all there. It's on the news. You just have to look up Royal Commissioner from Australia. It was a big, huge case. And the thing is that this organization's not just in the here in the States. It's worldwide. So just imagine how many cases are not being, are hidden. These files are not being presented. They're not being reported to police because of the tworule. There has to be witnesses to witness the actual incident, which is really sad. I think I touched on it about my divorce and all that, and trying to get divorced. I just hope you guys like, subscribe, and share so I can continue with these videos and help others out there. I did get some feedback from some friends. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you so much. Your beautiful comments. You guys are so amazing. The lingo that I was using, if you have never been a Jehovah's Witness, you won't know the lingo, and I'm sorry. I'm going to go over some of those words so that way I can educate you. And that way you know exactly, what I'm referring to. So obviously kingdomhall is their congregation, their building where they can have multiple congregations inside. They can have like 6 congregations, 3 Spanish and 3 English. Brothers and sisters, those are just Jehovah's Witnesses, we used to call, and I'm sure there's other religions that do the same. The elder, the one that oversees the whole congregation, there's quite a few of them. There's a lot of meetings that they have. The disciplinaries, they're the ones who you go into a meeting with if something arises, or, the governing body are the main guys at the top. I think there's, I don't even know anymore. It's maybe 6 or 8. It's been a while. It's what, 11 years I haven't been in it. So there's a lot of things that have changed from then into now. Especially, they call service, going on service is going door to door. I don't even think they do that anymore. I think they use they're called carts. I never did that, where they stand outside, say in front of a store or maybe a public place, and they have their display with all their magazines, and then their website. They always refer you to the website. And Bible studies. The Bible studies, just basically you're just learning one of their booklets. You're reading, going through the book, and it has little scriptures at the bottom you have to refer to. The meetings are the actual, like, services. The services, or the sermons, the meetings, that's what they call them. The assemblies, those are like special meetings we would have. We would go to this assembly hall where there was quite a few congregations in there at one time. It would be like a Saturday, Sunday event, or maybe just a Sunday event. The conventions are where, like I talked about, the Dodger Stadium. We had a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it was all day. It was like from, say, 9 to 4, 3, I don't remember. They were very long. So there was a lot of speakers from all over the states that would come and talk. The memorial is kind of like Easter, where Jesus died. It was a remembrance, the memorial of the day, his passing. That's where they would have the bread and wine. That's where, say, the Catholics, they do communion, or even Christians, they do communion. But with them, it's a little different. They don't partake, because the only people that partake is their anointed, 144,000. They're the ones that are going to go to heaven and rule over the earth with Christ. I think that's how they did it. I don't remember. Unbelieving mates. That's what I kept bringing up about my mom. My mom was a Jehovah's Witness, but my father wasn't. So that's what they call an unbelieving mate. Worldly people going out in the world. And I think that's just a general, you're not in the religion, but you're outside. That's called worldly. Paradise. They think this whole earth is going to be restored to paradise. And they're only Jehovah's Witnesses are going to go to paradise. The rest are going to die off that are not Jehovah's Witnesses. So if you're going on service, meaning door to door, or they don't do it now, the carts, there's certain hours they do that are criteria. I think recently they even lowered the hours, because every month you would have to report how many hours you did a Bible study, or you talked to somebody about God, or just anything biblical, or even, just anything in general. That would be accounted for hours. Disfellowship, somebody who's actually an actual baptized person that has been, I guess you could say, kicked out of the religion, but that's where they shun you, you leave. But then you got to go back and kind of prove yourself if you really want to go back to the religion, the organization. I didn't do that. I was like, I'm done. Gatherings, just, when everybody gathers and congregates after, set aside, the meetings, you would go to people's houses and just get together. Inactive, a person who hasn't been going to the meetings or the sermons or going to the Kingdom Hall and's been out of it for a while, and you will definitely get an elder knocking on your door wondering where you're at. Why aren't you at meetings? They keep close tabs on you, for sure. The tworule. So say there's a child abuse case and the child needs to report it, or a teenager or whatever. They need two people to witness the actual incident until they actually go to an elder and they report it. That's if they even report it to the police too. They won't even report it to the police, that if they don't have two witnesses. So how is a victim going to have two witnesses to report this? So a lot of these cases were never, ever reported. But I heard a lot of cases where those kids, teenagers or whatever, were disfellowshipped if they were baptized or kicked out, or those persons that actually did the crime were disfellowshipped, or they lowered their standing wherever they were. Say if they were a publisher, you know, meaning that they're not baptized, but they're able to make, you know, comment during the meeting if they were going over something, and that, say the elder that was talking or giving the talk would ask a question, you can raise your hand and they would pass you the mic. Return calls, I brought that up when I was going out and I found my husband's car. That meant we weren't going knocking on doors, but we were going back, meaning return calls, going back to somebody we had already went to visit originally and maybe accepted a magazine. Return calls. So if somebody comes to your door who's a Jehovah's Witness, do not accept any publications, because they will come back and they will keep coming back until you actually tell them, can you please do not come to my door? You literally have to say those words. Do not come back to my door. But like I said, I don't even think they're going door to door anymore. So who knows? I don't know. Apostate. I am considered an apostate now that I've left the organization, Jehovah's Witness religion, which is a really bad word to a Jehovah's Witness, meaning that they used to badmouth those people. Like, there's a lot of people, like, say a child abuse victim has left the organization and doesn't want to be a part of it no more, so they call those people apostates. So I remember the convention was coming up. We had a big, huge convention. All these congregations came together, say like at Dodger Stadium, and there's a lot of people out there protesting with their signs and saying, to leave, this religion's not good. They would say these people are irate, they're mean, like they're gonna beat us up. There were scare tactics that they would use on us, and say, don't even look at them, don't talk to them. But I think it was more that they were afraid because we would find out the real truth about this organization and how corrupt it is. So yeah, I'm an apostate, and I am glad I am. You can look it up. It doesn't even mean anything. It's just leaving a religion, or if you look at the dictionary, it only means that you're leaving like the government, I think, or a religion. It doesn't mean nothing, but they make it like a serious thing, which is not a big deal. We're just telling our story, our truth, and we're just helping people. That's all we're doing. We come from loving kindness heart. We care about others. I love, the Jehovah's Witnesses. I have nothing against them. It's against the religion. It's a man-made religion. So, yeah, and I'm against the governing body. I don't believe anything anymore. I don't question, I don't doubt it no more, and thank goodness I saw the light. But yeah, I just want to make a short video. I am still going to continue about my past, my story,